Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, in the previous classes, whatever we have discussed, have you guys practiced all of them or any pending from your end? Hmm?
We have practiced all.
Everyone, not only Ramu. Venu, Hussein, Mansia, Uzair,
Hello.
Yes, sir.
yeah, Hussein.
So the select syntax is not working, so I already
Yes,
informed
sir.
you many times.
Have you gone through my classes
Hello.
from the beginning? Hello? No. Have you gone
Yes,
through
sir.
my
As it is,
videos?
I tried.
Hmm.
Uh, yes, sir.
Okay,
From the
let me,
beginning, I saw all the videos. Yes, sir.
no, let me talk to you offline. I am not able to hear you properly.
Okay.
Yeah, Mansia, have you practiced whatever we have discussed in the previous classes?
Yes, sir.
Where is Uzair? Okay, so let me start. See, as your wish, guys. Okay, seriously, if you want to practice, you just practice. Okay, if you want to become some good developer, then you need to practice. Okay, you guys are not a kid, so that I can sit with you and ask you to practice. Okay, please keep this mind, and it is your life. You need to sit and practice. Okay, that is very important. Going forward, I will not ask whether have you practiced or not. Okay, so just I'll just take the classes and I'll close it. Whether if you are practicing, whether you are not practicing, it does not matter for me. That is what I am feeling now. Okay, but everyone just keep practice. Okay, but next time I will not ask. Hmm. Okay, so in the previous classes, we have discussed about the ABS, okay, and seal and floor round, hmm, and mod we have discussed. The rest of them I have asked you guys to practice. Similarly, in the string binary functions, we have practiced a concat, length, substring, okay, and upper, lower, okay, and trim we haven't discussed, and replace. I think we discussed. I'll go through once trim and replace, and we
Trim
have a
also we have discussed.
is it okay? Hmm. Okay, we have a regex place replace, and I think we don't require these two. Okay, so we have a replace, and these two we will discuss, and then current date and current timestamp. These are all okay, add date, add date diff. Okay, extract to date. That also we will discuss in two three classes. We will close this. And after that, we have a case statement and a coalesce. Coalesce, I have given you the task for you to practice. And then if condition and a decode, null if, and a cast. Okay, and this two number, current user, current role. That also we will discuss. Okay, so this today. We will just discuss this and close this because this is very simple thing. Hmm? So if you want to know what is the current user, for example, okay, then you use this one so that it will just display which is your current user. 1 second. Okay, now if you see here, let me execute this. Okay, you can see the current GDP. चल चल बाहर चल बाहर चलो बोले तो वैसे. Okay, now if you see here, GCP demo. Okay, so why is, do we really need this means? No, generally we will not use these things. Okay, but no, it is not like that. We should not, because this may be useful in future. Okay, so that is the reason we need to know everything. Okay, and when will you become expert means you should know everything. Okay, then only you will be become a expert in the subject. Okay, so current role, what is this here? Invalid error. Okay, see, account admin. Current role is account admin. How we know means here if you see here, okay, this is your current account admin, and who is this? The your warehouse is compute warehouse. This is your warehouse, and what is the size of that means X small. Okay, like this. Sometimes they may ask in interview also. Okay, so it is if you generally this is actually admin related questions, but we don't know. We never know how they will ask in an interview. Hmm? If you see this current warehouse, hmm? Select compute warehouse. By default, it is created, and if you want, we can create our own with the names as well. It is not like that we cannot, but we as a developers we will not do. Okay, we will be using whatever we have. And then if you see current database, okay, current schema, last query, okay, and get DDL, these can be we can we can use all of them. So now if we want to show you, okay, so last query what we have executed. Hmm? This is the query ID. Using this query ID, you can see, okay, which is the query and everything. So these things we can learn in the advanced concept classes. At that time, you can know, because this is sometime it is very important for us. Okay, what query we have executed in the last. So we can see all history as well. So like this, we have a current user, current role, current database, last query, okay, and get DDL. Okay, these things will help you to understand, okay, what is your current user details. Okay, and coming back to the expressions, what is expressions? Okay, so these expressions are very important. Either you use case statement or if statement or decode. Okay, these are all very important actually. So this one, okay, and if condition and a decode. These three are same. Okay. Each one of them has it is individual specifications, individual advanced and benefits are there by using this. Okay. But what it is actually means this is the conditional expressions we can write. Okay. In the data. I mean, in case if you want to replace any value. Replace in the sense it is what we have discussed about the replace function. It is not like that. Okay. So using the some quotes you can convert into some name. Okay. If you have any numbers, if you give any number system that will define into this some description. So it will give you the alternative value by using these functions. Okay. Either you use if condition, either you use case statement, either you use decode. But each one of them have its own feature. It is not like that. It is the same. The overall it is the same. You can find the result, but it is having the syntax is different. Case syntax is different, and if syntax is different, and the decode syntax is different. Now I'm telling you guys this case or if right maximum used in Snowflake development, and this is really without using the case and if functions there is no project as well. In the previous classes also I have mentioned, correct, without what this ltrim, substring, length, contact, or sorry concat or trim, and this round, these are all like everyday regular expressions we use regularly in the real time. Whenever you do any data validations, whenever you do any development, pakka we will use this kind of functions. That is the reason I'm again pointing why, because even in interview also they will ask you these questions. Compulsory, if any scenario also you will get, you need to use these kind of functions, okay, to solve the issues. Okay. Now we will discuss about the case statement. What is case statement? The case statement is, okay, the case function is in by using the input value, you can overwrite any value. Overwrite means it will not update. Okay, just it will transform in the select statement. If you want to permanently update that, then what you need to do, you have to overwrite the table. We are not going to override the table. We are just going to observe. We are going to see how the value is converting, or how we can derive the new definition of that particular column or anything. So using this case statement, you can change anything. So for example, I'll tell you now. Let's take the syntax. Okay. So the case syntax is very simple. Case. Okay. And then when if condition satisfied means you will be writing a condition here. If the condition satisfied, then you will be applying the value. Okay, you will be giving a value. Else, if the condition is dissatisfied, okay, if the condition is not satisfied, then it will come to the else part. Then you will either you want to give any value, or either you have to give any pass the column. And then this is the close statement. Means actually this entire is one case statement, and it will store under one column as any column name. Column name. So now if you see here, case, then when condition, and after when condition satisfied, then give a value else. This else what it does actually, okay, else what it does, in case if this condition is not satisfied, right, then it will go to the else value. If this condition is satisfied, then it will come to the here, and it will not go here. This is the case statement. And when you have opened here case, right, you need to close this. You need to close. This is mandatory. If you have opened case statement here, and if you are not closing this, then it will throw an error. This is the mandatory case. When if the condition satisfied, then value. Else this is. So in this, right, case is standard, when is standard, and then also standard, else also standard, and end also standard. These are all standard values. Which are all changing? Here you will be changing the value, and here you will be changing the value, and here you will be changing the value. Now we will see how this will work. For example, I have customer table, right? Okay. So now you see what we have: customer ID, customer name, customer location, customer phone, customer email. So these are all we have. Correct. Now in this actually, now what I want to do, wherever I have a null, there what I have to do, I have to default it to question mark. My requirement is what? In the customer location, wherever I have a value is null, there what I have to do, I have to convert that into, I have to override that into, I have to replace that into question mark. Then what I have to do? How? Means now the condition I need to write. Which condition? Using the case statement, I will write a condition to replace that value. Now you just check how I am going to write a query. I need all columns, but that column, the customer location has to have to change. Okay, now see, select customer ID. Okay, and then customer name and customer location. Okay, I am just selecting all the columns: customer phone and customer email. Customer phone number, and customer email, and from customer. So if I give like this, what will happen? I'll get all the data generally. But will it solve my problem? No. I'll get as it is. Okay. Now my requirement is wherever I have a nulls, there what I have to do, I have to replace with question mark. So under which column I have? Customer location. Okay. Customer location here I have, right? Now, which is my customer location column? This is my customer location column. So now I need to write this case statement under customer location. How? Means very simple here, right? This is my line. So here what I will do, I'll write a case statement. Case when customer location is null, then I'm hard coding the value. Question mark. Else I want to replace as it is this column only if condition not satisfied. Okay, and as. Now you see I have written a entire this case statement under one line, and I have given as my customer location. So what I am going to do here, first I am checking if customer location is null. It means I am checking whether do I have a customer location is null or not. If it is null, then only I am replacing this value. Otherwise, I am changing this value. To know how whether it is working or not. Okay, then I am just giving the same column here also. Just for validation purpose, real time we should not do. I'll give _1 or something like this. This is very, very important. Okay. Now you see here, I'm executing this query. See, Rajoli, I replaced with Rajoli. Why? Because I'm just checking my condition here. Customer is null. I have a value, right? So the condition is not satisfied. It means it went to the else condition. Else condition what I have given? Same column name I have given. So the same value got replaced here. Now the second value came and it is checking whether do I have a second record null? Yes, we have a second record is null. Then what I am saying, I am requesting to convert into question mark. So in the null place, it got replaced with question mark. Like that, what we need to do, we need to change this. Okay. But here I have given you the example. Okay. But in real time, we should not give like this. Then how to validate the data? When you are, if you want to validate something like this, you just when you do the unit testing, you take the column name. But in the real time, generally when you are loading the data, you have to remove this. Okay. This is how it will work. For example, no, in the else part, I need to make some default value. For example, okay. Now you see default ABC. Hmm? See, if the condition satisfied, then only question mark. Otherwise, by default, you see all ABC values. So like this value, it will convert actually. Okay. So now let me change it here. I'll revert back this. And now, okay, this case statement, the case statement here I have given is not for the same result. Do we have any other way? That is one more thing. Do we have any other way? Now, yes, we have a other way also. How? So if this is actually, I think we are not getting the, just let me try. Last time we have discussed about the length of null, but I think we didn't get any value. Okay, just what I will do, I will just change to some other way. Okay, uh, let me see. First, what I'll do, I'll trim the column. Okay, on top of that, what I will do, I'll give the length function. Okay, using this length function, we can come to know what is the length of this column. So generally, this length is null. Okay, null means empty. Empty means 0, right? I'm just giving a 0 here equal to 0. If I give equal to 0, if the condition satisfied, this value should come. But I'm just trying to see. Last time this we didn't get any length. But let me see now whether it will work by using trim and length. Let me see whether do we get a. So this is not considering this. Okay, I'm not getting the length also. Like this. Let me try greater than 0. Will I get like this? Hmm. Yes. Now, if you see here, if I get greater than 0, generally, I will change the condition like here. Okay. What I'm going to do, now you see. See, this is our understanding. Based on our understanding, we need to convert this condition. Now you see, same result of what we got earlier. I'm just getting the same result by changing the little bit. You see now, Rajali. In the null place, I got the question mark. See? So now I will give you the same condition previous, what we had a previous condition, right? Okay, I'll use that also so that you will get understand how we can write a case statement. This is completely, it is on your understanding. Okay, very easy, and it is based on the understanding. This will be uh, developed this condition. Now, what is the above condition and what is the below condition? The below condition is just directly checking. If the condition is customer location is null, then convert this question mark. Else give the location. Here what we have given, we are checking the length. Just check the length. If it is greater than 0, then customer location, otherwise question mark. How I'm giving, because actually the length when you are giving, it is not giving anything, either 0 or more than value, right? But here you will get Rajuri means it the length if you see, okay, yeah, total you have 6 letters and 10 letters, something like this. Greater than 0 is nothing, but you have some value, right? So that is the reason you are replacing the value as it is. When you here the condition is not satisfying, so you are getting the question mark. So like this, you can write a case statement. So this is, you should know the case syntax. And after that, it is upon you how you are going to get the result. That is important. Is this?
Two queries at the same time. Two queries, sir.
One second. First. Here we have a step. Now you see, same result. You see here, Rajali, question mark, see question mark. If you want to give any value here, for example, I'll give double question mark. See? So like this is very, very useful. This case statement, without case statement, without joint conditions, without LTRM substring, there is no project. Compulsory, okay? You will be used all these commands. So I see how many commands we have, around 20, 30. Okay. We will be playing every day in this boundary only. Okay. For example, you may use daily trim or length to check the values. Or in case if you have any null values, you will be using the is null or how I have used length and trim, right? So something like this. So why I am using this? Because see, this will execute first, this inside of trim function, and once you get the result, it will work again. Why I have used this trim? Because sometimes if I have a space, trim is used to remove the spaces also. So that is the reason I have used the trim function. So this entire condition is satisfied and it will give you the value. Okay, and it will store under customer location. Will this permanently store under? No, no. Just it is, we have written a select statement. If you want to store that, you need to override the table. Then yes, it will work. And is this the syntax? Yes, this is the syntax. Okay. What else? If I have a multiple conditions to check, means what? For example, now I have, okay, some values, okay, and here also I have some values, for example. Now my requirement is, if I get Rajoli, for example, then I want to change it to, okay, new Rajoli or something I have to change. So for example, let me take something. mm, hmm, uh, Everyone knows shopping mall. Okay. Under shopping mall, you will have a lifts, correct? When you want to go second means it will go to the second floor, right? When you are pressing third, it will go to the third floor. And sometimes they will give you the voice like Yes, you have arrived at a second floor and the gate will be opening. You just passed away. Something it will give you some kind of information, right? So similarly, when you are pressing the 1 or 2, then the case statement it will trigger actually. Then it will give you the voice message. So like that, this case statement inside that, right? They will write the case statement. If you press 1, then it will go to the first lift first floor. And if you press fourth, it will go to the fourth. For example, assume you have a Burj Khalifa. Under Burj Khalifa, there are many upstairs are there. I mean, floors are there, right? 100 or 1000, I don't know. But if you want to go 50th floor, you need to press 50th button number, right? Then it will directly go to the 50th floor. How how the backend it is working means like this case statement. Because of this case statement, it will work. But you are just pressing the 50 number 50. But inside the software, it will trigger. You are passing the parameter as a 50. That 50 it will go and it will convert into dynamically, it will read that value and a case statement it will write like this. Okay. So I'll show you just now. Yeah, we have a 1 minute. Okay. And what I will do, this class I will continue tomorrow also. Okay. This entire week I'll take the class because last few days I have not taken, right? So to cover this, I will take this class continue.